Hello again, all you lovely people out there in the land of YouTube. It's me, that gaming nerd John, and we're continuing our trek through 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. We're knee-deep in the destruction sequence. In the second area of the destruction sequences, so we've seen so far how they have made a second tier of enemies, and that's going to be a theme that's kind of prevalent throughout the second area of the destruction sequences. There's also going to be an introduction of a new enemy type. Pretty sure it's the last new enemy type, but that sadly I don't believe is going to be happening in this particular episode. But that doesn't mean you should skip it. You should still watch it. It's kind of neat and important. There's other things to be aware of. Anyway, so yeah, we'll have the next two waves for the second area of the destruction sequence beginning shortly. Hope you're looking forward to it. Alright, so kind of picking up from where we were last time, you can see it mentioned the modified RPF. For those of you that forgot, that means Roving Production Facility. So they're going to be upgrading those guys. Yay! Real quick sneak peek there of upgrading your actual Sentinel pilots, as well as kind of the different loadouts for the Sentinel pilots. I think I actually make a mistake. Oh, no, I did read the bonus objectives, because I'm still trying to make it, like, teaching how to do the missions with the bonus objectives. Honestly, if you just play it on casual, then you'll be fine. You'll succeed at them no matter what you do. Really, it's kind of hard to lose. So, let's see what happens.
It's that thing again. The one that spits out its filthy brood. Judging by the data we got earlier, it's not the same as the RPF we fought before. Looks like its design was improved too.
Back in 2064, we didn't have to deal with those. What do we know about this kaiju? Any extra intel could help here. I saw this in the files on Shikishima's space initiative. The RPF was made for deep space exploration.
It's the ultimate manufactory. Its nanomachine forge can handle all steps of production, even raw material synthesis. It's an auto-propagating machine that can generate near-endless copies of itself. A true monster.
Be careful. Those minor kaiju are new models too.
Hooray! Everyone's favorite enemy type, the RPF. Yeah, so they're going to be reintroducing that unit as well. You can see it starts all the way kind of on the opposite side of the map from the Sentinel pilots. It's definitely something that you want to focus on, because if it is an upgraded unit for any of those production unit types, so like the Terra carriers are included in that, the RPF is the one that they're showcasing here, they will also manufacture upgraded units, which can be kind of annoying and frustrating. More so on the harder difficulty levels, because it does just mean they're going to have more health, and you're already dealing with things that are taking reduced damage. So when you have that increased health pool in tandem with the fact that they're taking reduced damage, and you keep spitting out more and more of them, it's a snowball effect, so it can get kind of challenging to take care of. But honestly, with us having our playthrough intelligently selected on casual, it's not a big deal. So like, we've got the anti-ground missile fully upgraded, slamming right into those guys, basically just took care of that for us. So just kind of gonna probably finish that off here before too long. I figure just deliberating about who's gonna deliver the killing blow, I'm guessing. Also getting ready for this wave coming in here. So since we brought Shinonome, that means that we're going to have double sentry guns. Yeah, neat thing about the RPF now, it's going to shoot off missiles, so that's a blast. But those sentry guns made short work of it. So now we have just a regular old RPF, able to move in, demolish or blade that bad boy, take care of him. We've got Fuyusaka to back us up with even more sentry guns, so that's nice. That middle of the map there is pretty secured now. we'll just bring out some interceptors from Amaguchi. Might as well, since he's a little bit further away. I doubt he's really going to be of particularly great use here. There's literally nothing for her to shoot with that heavy railgun, so I guess we're just kind of scoping the map out here.
Let's get him.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just kind of sandwiching her in between those two waves, hoping to leverage that position. Get some more interceptors out. She is almost out of EP though, so I'm not sure how wise that choice was, but we live with our choices. Yeah, just kind of moving in, bringing everybody back there. If I was going to move Amaguchi in, why didn't I just do that first and then do interceptors? I don't know. But hey, more sentry guns. Good times. That wave is literally almost there. Just like, give it a hot minute. It's okay. Double sentry guns. Not bad. Yeah, just right in the middle of those two, because that'll shred them to pieces. Now she's almost out of EP. I'm sure we'll have to defend. I still have flare torpedo on? What? I have no justification for that. I really don't. I have no idea. This isn't even the right mission for it. Oh, good catch. That's what we have a Gen 3s for, to handle those situations. So you barely noticed it at the end there, maybe, that it was producing a twin tail. So again, like, they have particular types that they focus on. So that one focuses on twin tails. Kind of annoying, so we're just going to have Hijiyama take care of that real quick for us. Thanks, buddy. Moving out, Yakushiji. Putting down some more turrets. Like, if you can create an array of sentry guns throughout the map, you'll probably be just fine. Like, they have pretty decent health. They are able to be targeted by the kaiju instead of your sentinels. They output damage. Like, they do a little bit of everything, and it's really solid. That was okay, I guess, as long as that didn't throw off the sentry guns. Oh man, I think it might have. That's so depressing. Multi-lock missile, really just to kind of chip away there, because those sentry guns are probably going to do most of the work. Yeah, see, so one of them's already toast. And if we've got leg spike, yeah, definitely leg spike. Kaboom, 15,000 damage. Handles it easily.
Termination of enemy signals confirmed. Aegis activated. Terminal closure complete. Surrounding 2-kilometer area now fully secure. Ending tactical analysis.
What's wrong, Okino? We made it through all that, but something's clearly bothering you.
Well, it's like this. The RPF probably didn't show up before this loop. We've seen the Deimos system using not only civic development machines, but space exploration tech. So if the system's expanding its reference data based on its opponents, then, based on current feedback, it's entirely possible.
What is? Stop dancing around it.
Well, I mentioned the Sentinels were like siblings to the Deimos, right?
Wait, you're not saying...
I'm saying I've got a bad feeling about this.
That's the last of them, right?
I've got a bad feeling about this, you guys. Yeah, not ominous at all. Definitely not foreshadowing of any way, shape, or form. You can in fact dismiss that commentary whatsoever. Nothing terrible could possibly occur, right, Kisaragi? Besides, you got MVP. You got our back, girl. Yeah, so as you can see, like, it can get annoying. There's definitely a potential there for the RPF to basically just be a huge thorn in your side. The upgraded ones having the ability to fire missiles off like that means that you need to have some form of being able to handle that particular capacity, as well as just anti-armor stuff. So we've got Ogata needing to be on the strike team, terminal defense rate of 70, so just make sure they don't get to the terminal. Not terrible.
I'll handle this.
Really, the only tricky one about this is that it's going to introduce and focus more so on the G-molars, the modified G-molars. So that beefier ground unit is going to be coming in swarms. Fun times.
Hey, Amiguchi. Kinda brings back some memories, huh? It's like our brawl on the big bridge.
Oh yeah, when we threw down with those Curry High punks in middle school? Kinda went south when someone called the cops on us. We all had to jump in the river to get away.
Sure, but that was after we knocked 20 of those chumps on their asses. Got the same kind of feeling seeing these clowns is all. Square up, strap in, kick ass.
Are you two done trying to prove how badass you were in middle school? Give me a break.
This coming from the leader of the Suzu High Girls?
They're here. As moving as this nostalgia's been, you need to stop wasting time and start wasting kaiju.
The hell'd you say? Hey, asshole, get back here!
Hey, don't go picking fights in our own squad. What, you're not gonna stop him?
Ogata's fine. He got up in my face like that when we first met, and now we're cool. Let's go.
Alright, so this battle is going to be focusing on groups of kind of those meteor units. So in the first two missions we had hordes of like wimps, and then we had the RPFs who were slightly more challenging, but in general were just big targets that were supposed to generate more waves. So that was kind of the pressure they're bringing on with those particular stages and kind of the general design aesthetic. But for this particular mission, they're focusing on more of the meteor units. So the G-molars are basically giant damage sponges. But as they mentioned in one of the previous missions in the second area here, they are upgraded. So that means that they can do more damage, they can hit the terminal more, they have more hit points to prolong their ability to get to the terminal in the first place, and they're going to be a little bit faster. So just making sure to kind of focus fire on those guys. They're still going to be surrounded by the workers and the twin tails and all that. So just being able to handle that. Thankfully, it's, you know, ground units. So that's always a nice thing, because pretty much everything affects ground units outside of the specific anti-air abilities. But like, you usually just slot those in for those missions and call it a day. Or you just throw sentry guns and interceptors at everything, because, what do you know? Those are effective against everything, pretty much. So it's a solid strategy there. We've got Ogata on point. He's supposed to be the point man for this particular mission, so not terribly surprising. We've got Yakushiji for backup, with interceptors, because they're good.
They're like any other punks.
It's a little close, but yeah, I mean, he's fine.
I'll try. I won't back down.
That's a little overkill, my friend. That's perfectly reasonable. Yeah, long-range missile. While it's not armor-piercing, it still did some decent damage. And now that we've got Ogata there, you can just bust out, take him out, done and done. Pretty simple.
Warning. Daimo signatures identified. Enemy in range. Multiple G-molars engaging from the southeast. They just keep on coming.
Then we'll keep on fighting.
And so we're introduced to the gimmick for this particular mission. They just throw a whole bunch of those guys over in the eastern quadrant. So if you haven't had an opportunity to set up any kind of defensive nature, or you're already kind of in the thick of it with those other waves that kind of preceded it, that can pose a bit of a challenge. So I guess one thing to do would be to toss a couple of sentry guns kind of in the way over there. I keenly did not take my own advice. Oops. So that will pose a challenge. She's just gonna have to recharge. Sorry, Shinonome, you have to defend, which makes me irate, because I hate that thing. So instead, what I'm basically doing now is just focusing on these other waves that have come in. You can see Ogata has the enhanced Demolisher Blade, so he will be able to handily dispatch those two high quads without even thinking about it. Moving on to our other units, those G-Molars are making their way to our terminal, which I am not a fan of, so I kind of just try to get set up. We do have missile rain. Good point. Why not, right? It's not super effective against them, though. So instead, maybe we'll go with the battery gun? Heavy railgun here? Yeah. So that worked out pretty nicely. That took out a pretty sizable chunk of them. Gonna just pump out some more interceptors, I guess. Sure, why not? There's a problem. That's gonna be a problem for about 2 more seconds. There we are. Yeah, super large missile is basically just firing a nuke. It will take care of whatever you throw it at. It will just absolutely demolish it. Where? So we got the anti-ground hunter. Might as well try and take out as many units as we can with that. Armor piercing, so it'll handle the armored units pretty well. Interestingly enough, those units on the east quadrant start off of the map, but actually move onto the map. So it's kind of neat that they have like an actual battle area, but still have the ability to create those situations where the player can have that warning. So like we know that there's more of those guys coming from the east. We can see it on the map if we pay attention to the map. And so we can plan accordingly. We can make sure that we've got, you know, maybe some sentry guns to help. Thanks, and they immediately go to town. So we've got kind of Ogata position there. She is... Wow, max interceptors, huh? That's cool. Oh look, it's our friends again. They back though. So we're already at max interceptors, so we can't really have her punch out some more interceptors. So instead what we'll have to do is we'll have to utilize somebody else. And now we kind of deliberate between the options. We've got Ogata there, I think that's fine. So we'll probably just mega railgun these guys. Call it a day. Yep. Now, this is one of the newer ones I was trying out on Ogata. I would say that's a successful test there. Don't usually go with those options often. Since it fired missiles, I'm probably deliberating on how to handle that. But not too worried, because interceptors can also take care of it. Or maybe I'll multi-lock missile? Yeah, I'll just multi-lock missile. Because you can see the approach circles there, and it's really just Goto that might be in any kind of trouble. But multi-lock missiles handle it. Now the interceptors are like, bro, we were gonna get that. Oops. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, range is not the best for deployment on those sentry guns. Honestly, it probably would be better to have moved Shinonome further in, but I haven't yet. I don't even know if I do, honestly. I probably should have, because that would have helped. But that's fine. That's fine. Got a high quad with some support here. Not a big deal. That missile rain is not ideal, but it'll help anything trying to sneak through. So like that initial wave is going to expand from there, so some of them will go inside that range, and then I guess I just went, okay, whatever. I'll just have Natsuno handle half of it anyway. Oh, cool. And then I got even more impatient and sent Ogata in, because why not? Seems fair. So now it's really very light cleanup, so this will probably be wrapping up in like a millisecond or 5.
Termination of enemy signals confirmed. EMP. Is that what this clunky thing on my leg is? Oh, this was in one of my sci-fi books. It uses these big electromagnetic waves to take out electrical circuits.
It's a tool made for localized operations. The EMP pulse is generated from the attached plasma dome.
But the Sentinels are machines too. Can we afford to set that off near allies?
Each Sentinel automatically shields itself when it detects an allied mech firing an EMP. The enemies need a moment to bring their systems back online. It's a temporary effect, but it can still buy us some time.
Did we win?
Alright, well, that kind of wraps it up for those two particular waves. You can see they talk about the utility for EMP to be able to just help with crowd control and kind of debilitate those aerial units as well as larger units that might be faster. Hey, congrats, Ogata, you contributed the most. How generous of you. So just having an awareness of those particular abilities, since you do have like a limited amount of moves that you can have in your loadouts, maximizing that with an understanding of what the mission's going to entail, and then in tandem with the fact that in Area 2 now you have to have a certain amount of anti-armor capabilities. But that being the case, so again, 2 more waves down, 6 more to go, which of course means that we're going to be starting off with the halfway point in the next episode. So that halfway point, just like last time, is going to have kind of a mini-boss wave for that particular encounter, so that's going to be exciting. Some cool stuff that we're going to be introduced to in there. Hope you're looking forward to that. And of course, if you are looking forward to that, there's a handy tool to keep you in the loop that YouTube provides you. It's called liking and subscribing to my channel and the video in reverse order of the way that I mentioned it, because that's how YouTube will keep you informed about my content, which is vast, numerous, and of the highest quality, of course. Regardless, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the commentary and just kind of seeing more of this world as we continue through 13 Sentinels. I really do find it fascinating the way that they're able to kind of balance the differences between these two sections, and I spent way more time than I should have probably just playing missions because it was just fun. Big numbers, explosions, fun. Clicks in my brain. Love it. So thanks again for watching, and until next time, my friends, take it easy.